Okay folks, thanks very much for joining us today. I'm going to be showing you how to tie up one of my favourite knots. But before that, I'll show you why I don't like to use this knot, which is basically a tuck blood knot. It does have its purposes, and I would use it for like a dropper at times, but the issue of the tuck blood knot is that the actual knot can kink. So instead of you facing straight like this, the knot can actually move in different directions, and then it means that, you know, your fly, if the flow's going this way, your fly may actually be fishing the wrong way. So it's not ideal, and it means you have to regularly check it or put glue on it. So instead what I do is, it's called the Moy loop. So I'll set this aside and I'll show you. So I'll just have some braid here. It's a bit easier to see on the camera. I'll have another fly. This is medicine fly, and it's very easy knot to tie. So basically, just as always, you put your line through the fly. And then what you want to do is you want to draw probably about 6 inches or so of line through that. And it's very similar to an overhand loop knot. So what I do is I hold this, and essentially I'm doing an overhand loop knot with the fly on. So what I want to do is I want to create a circle, holding both lines, and I tuck that in underneath. Bring the fly to the other side and then tuck the fly in again, so it's 2 turns inside the circle that you've created with the double lines. Okay, next I'm going to be pulling the 2 lines, which is the main line and basically your offcut. I'm going to pull those together at the same time. While I'm doing that, I'm holding this loop close to the eye, because if I don't, the loop could end up here, which is no good to anybody, and it could tangle. So I'm holding the loop close, putting them both at the same time, and then at this stage you probably add a wee bit of saliva, but I'm not going to for the demonstration. And then you pull that tight. Then again, this is braid, so it's not going to look too neat, but you can just cut off your excess. And then what you have is you have a loop knot, a small loop knot, which is actually an overhand loop knot, but it's also, well, it's called the Moy loop. Paddy McDonald was one that told me about it. But you have a very mobile fly, so imagine the pivot for that fly is actually here at the knot, it's not at the eye. So that fly will move whatever way the direction of the current is, and it means that small gentle movement could make all the difference for a take for a salmon or a trout. So whereas the other knot, it can kink and it can be facing any direction, this fly will always be facing the direction of the current, so every cast you're fishing. So yeah, so that's the fly I would use from a point. That's the knot I would use from a point fly, 99% of the time. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. Hopefully you found this useful. All the best.